we go. We're really on the right column. It says Amna Makol Inyan Echadu. Now this, I think this had to do with the two different versions that they had. One is that you're dealing with the Tzilus, means Amuna or Amanusa. The other one could be the Yichud between Zohar and Nuk. I thought that's what he said. Let's just go on. Ki Inyan Tzilus Hanikra Amanusa. So if we do that, he says Hainu Gam came Mishum the Sfiris Tzilus. Glulos min orus v'kalim kanoidus. So let me try to get my brain onto this now. He says, Sifra has actually parts that it has oros and kalim kanoidim. The Ein Sof brings them into complete oneness. Now I'm not sure exactly what that means or how it goes. So I guess he means we have something that's developed out of the Ein Sof. I'm not sure. Look at the Isa of Pesach Eliyahu. He says over there, he said, "V'zal the Karina lon ezer sviran, va'antu the kasha lon." And you, meaning Ein Sof Baruch Hu, is the one that ties them together. Miachad lon, and make it into one. Etc. Akan. Ki Ein Sof, that concept, miachad base of fachim la'echad, it has the power to make opposites one. V'zecha v'gam inyan chibur chasad v'gavur. It's the same idea. Shehem base of hachfim. Two opposite things, that are put together. That is the Ein Sof, which is inside both. So, like the rabbi said, so what does that do for me? He said, Indian is boyer ba'or yakar. So in the Or Yakar explains it more. He says, when we're talking about the Idrazuta here, wow. Okay, and he said, Indian is boyer ba'or yakar. He says, Idra. What's the Maimer? Let's see, I have something written there. The Midrazuta. Okay, that's the word Zuta. Shlim ube mermanusa, and because in this it's called, I guess, complete. Complete. I'm not sure. Ube mermanusa, and in that completeness is the amuna. This concept called amuna. Now, this word amuna is a little bit, I think, hard to pin it down. Shlim, and because of this, the fact that the power, I thought he meant the power of the Ein Sof Baruch Hu. It's called Shalim. Shadoch b'yikbrach Shalim, mishu bal pu'ula achas. So it says Shalo Yikra Shalim, or something complete. Mishu bal pu'ula achas, who's only doing one thing. Achas she'ein b'cha b'koyach pu'ula hafkiz, because it doesn't have the strength to be able to do the opposite. So I guess he means that when things are polar, he says that it's doing its own thing. It's by itself. But it has to do that. So it's not. It doesn't have its completeness. It's just going in a direction by itself. This is like the male force just living isolated. Same thing. Amnam poil shalom, but you want to say what is a complete action. Who also sheyesh lo koach lepol davar v'chachvo b'shtei hakitzvos. And let's say he says a person is able to do a davar, a v'chachvo, and its opposite b'shtei hakitzvos. Okay, you know that yesterday when I called you, there were no interruptions. So maybe I don't know if you want to try to do that. Let me call you back if there's an interruption. It's a little clumsy. It's true. Huh? You want to try that?
Yeah.
Okay. So Amnami says, Poil Sholem. So we're seeing this Poil Sholem, who also sheyesh lo koach lepol davar v'hafcha b'shtei kitzvos. So how is it possible to make this way I would say it, to make two things which are totally moving in the wrong direction or opposite direction? That's the right way to say it. He said, something that can unite them, and that this is the high here, is the Ein Sof Baruch Hu, it's called complete. So that's the same thing again. He's saying that those two things are opposite, Gevurah and Chesed. It's able to work. The who, is able to pull B'Shnehem to the Frishnu. Shalem. So therefore it's called by that name, it's called Shalem. So he says, this is what it says, Yaakov ish tam, Matargamidach Gavar Shlim, Baratam el Shlemuso, Shahoyu Yoshev Ohalim. Why? Because of that. What's Ohalim mean? He said, Bebein Shtei Ohalim, which of the two Ohalim, one is Chesed, one's Gevurus, B'Yachad, he can balance the two. He's the balance man. He's a juggler. And he's able to balance these two opposite forces. What is that? That's the middle line. It's really saying that behind the middle line is the Ein Sof Baruch Hu, because it unites. It's a uniter. So according to this Hagdama then, Zuhi Soda Hatzilus, this is really the secret of Hatzilus too. There's a secret inside of it that is hidden. Just like a neshama inside of the body, so Mitzvah Hashem, because of difficult times that we're seeing now, the unprecedented in my lifetime. We're worried that we need the inner light to unite all the different things that only Hashem can do. Okay, anyway, Mitzvah Hashem. The Sefer Hadrashim L'Arizal. So there's a Sefer, I don't know what that meant exactly. Sefer Hadrashim L'Arizal. Drush Yetzer Tov Yetzer Hara over there. I hadn't seen that. There's just really tremendous things that he says over there. Let me see if we get this up here. He says, okay, again, B'Sefer Hadrashim L'Arizal Isa Bezeh Devarim Nefloim Dezehu Inyan Yichud Yetzer Tov V'Yetzer Hara. That's really what it is. Shehem Gam Kaim Beis Hafchiyim. Let's face it. He says Sheshorsham, that their root Mechasad of the Gevurus really has the same opposite kind of, that kind of oppositeness. Of al Yedecha Gevurus Yetzer Tov or Yetzer Hara. So by being Ibi overcoming the Yetzer Hara, Hara Oz Mis Yachadem Yachad al Yedecha B'Shorsham Elyon, and then through the use of the Ein Sof Baruch Hu, my words, he didn't say the words, but that's what he means. It says that this power of unity, Yachad al Yedecha Shorsham Elyon, V'Hu Raza de Mechumanusas, and this is the secret of the faith, that uniting force. The Yichud Elyon shall levaya Elokim, and that Yichud that takes place there, he said, B'Zel L'Shada B'Zecha B'Kad is Yachadem Inun Levaya Elokim. When you can put those two together, Hindecha B'Chu Raza de Mechumanusa. This putting them together is the secret of faith. V'Yei Shorish Asher Hu Miyacheh Chesada V'Gevurus, and there's a root that actually brings them all together. V'Hu Raza de Yaakov, which is the secret of Yaakov, Avinu B'Shechel Chusod Vav Ha'omed Bein L'Shtei Hayin, which is the secret that it's like the man who has an older sister and a wife, or a mother and a wife, or something like that, is in between the two of them. So therefore Yaakov is the special. He's the chosen, the choice of the fathers. Im came Nimsa, if that's the case, Nimsa like this. Ki mitzad yamim hu tov. The mitzad small, it's raw. On the other side, it's not good. So you have these two opposites. Ki melochim shuhu elokim chaim, mispashtim lamata elokim acherim v'hu wrong. So from this same concept of a ruler, I guess I'm trying to say, what's a different, he's analogizing Elohim Chaim, which is, I guess, sweetened it, or dinim, or what, in Kedusha. And then there's another one with the same name, but it's Acherim. And that's bad. For the Chayin Yesh Lacha the Isha, Hey domim. So therefore, a woman has 5 different kinds of bloods. Hey domim taharim, the hey domin tameim. The ikarim hem gevuros. But the main thing that you have to know about these things is that the gevuros elash achar gevuros beki yosef bifnim hem taharim. Now that's interesting that he said it like that. How are they going outwards? So that's what it is. And when we sin, like we've seen in other places, that when we make mistakes, makes lesions in our kedusha, and it gets out, and then the kitzonim get a hold of it. So that struggle that's the struggle of the Yetzer Tov and the Yetzer Hara. So that this is like this. The real joining together is when the Yetzer is with his pashat min Yetzer hara hatov shabo. Now, what does that mean? That there is let me just read it again. The wood joining together takes place how? She is pashat min Yetzer hara. So he says it comes out from the Yetzer hara. Hatov shabo, the tov that's inside of the Yetzer hara. Now, who said it was tov inside of the Yetzer hara? Bi'azalo yichud ima Yetzer hara, Yetzer tov. So I'm thinking that what he means is he said panimi to them all is the Yetzer baruch Hu, which is tov. So somehow he's saying it's not just that the right line reaches into the left line or reaches the left line as being mashbir to the left line. Let's say. Okay. Now I'm going to call back. I'll try a different technique here. Okay, back together. Let's see how this works. So here we're trying to understand that the what we're getting to is the fact that underneath even the Yetzer hara, inside of the Yetzer hara is Hashem Yisbarach, is the Ein Sof Baruch Hu. So that's my trying to understand this. She is pashet min Yetzer hara tov shaba. There's tov inside of the Yetzer hara. Tov, and that tov will make the yichud with the other side. The yihye, ekye, havaya. Those names. Let's see what he's saying. The alokim ke'echad bechem tovim. So all like one. Mehem comes out the tovim and all of them. So this tov, which is hidden, and I guess he's really helping me here. He says that you don't know what's going on in the world, but we do understand that the secret inside of the world is the fact that the Ein Sof Baruch Hu, which is Pula Tov, his manifestation to us, he says is inside even bad things. Ki Yetzer Tov L'olam hu gover umola al the raw, so what's good takes over the bad. V'oz kol miyachet Shemo Hagadol Yisbarach Shemo. So then he's actually making a yichud in that holy name. That's what this means, is that the Havaya and Elokeinu, they come back to the Havaya and they become one. Pirush Havaya Abba, which is Abba, Shor Shechasadim, Elokeinu Ima, Shor Shagavuros, Kimina Dinimis Arin. B'tzarch liyachad Chasadim Gavuros. So it's necessary here to make this yichud. So there's a force that makes the yichud obvious. So that's what we have to do, is cultivate that force. As the Ein Sof Baruch Hu, the Gevuros over his yachdam also, lo nishar koach the Gevuros the his gaver. When you put them together, and he said that because of the tov and the bad joins with the tov and the tov, he said when that happens, he says he's a lotzeis bechem roa behis pashtuso, so that will not come out any of these bad things at spreading badness. So is everything according to its position, b'makom, in the place, asher yesh roa, where there's bad things, lo yetze roa b'his yachid gevura, so that the roa doesn't get away with the at the time that the yichud with the gevura. In other words, it gets subsumed. Ki yivlo b'chasada yivlo, because they will swallow it up in kindness. V'az Rishayim Yucholav Lihistako B'chem. And then when that happens, the Rishayim or the Rishus is able to look at them. He Elokim Hofia, because he said that's a concept of looking. I guess it's looking out. But the Gevura. So up above, when we talk about the place of Gevura, Tzarch liyached el Gevuros, so you have to make a yichud with the Gevuros over here. He said the ain. I read it wrong. Let me go backwards because this is a little bit vague to me. Let's go back where it said "V'kol echad lefi darko b'macham yesh b'macham asher yesh roa." Now roa is roa, badness. Lo yotza roa b'his yached gevuros. In the yotza, I don't know what yotza the roa. Now I guess it becomes contained. Maybe he means. Because what happens, they get swallowed up in the chasadim, inundated with chasadim. And as a result of that, then the Rishayim can't really get a good view of them. So what is this, a hofia? So he said, I thought hofia meant shine, something like that. So he said, so let's say, the la'ela, up above or where? The origin of the gevuros. You have to bring the gevuros together. Today shelo yihya sham tegavrus din, so that they shouldn't become too powerful. So they really depend on each other. What's that? Behis gavrus gevuros misgavra b'chanafim lamata. So when the gevuros get stronger, then their branches start spreading downwards towards us. And as a result of that, it generates raw. But when they make a yichud up above, gam came lamata nikfafim. So there he says again, if we could make yichudim, this has the power to be able to bring them down and humble them. Ve'ein the raw shu mechiza adkan, and the raw has no achiza there. Now, let's see. I guess we could go to the. So this is the time that we normally go to the Tibbut, which is a different kind of piece that we're learning right now, and I hope to prepare a little bit of the Rishash. I think it's really on what we did already. So let's see where we're at now. So yesterday we went through the concept of ciphers. He's really giving us formulas which need to be appreciated in a time of plague. And I just really have to get into what was the year of the bubonic plague. I probably could look it up. If whether or not this is shaykh to that, or it's at a different time. It's either the 1500s or 1600s. I figure that the Ari is somewhere in the middle of the 1500s, somewhere over there, and I don't know if but there are plagues anyway. Let's read across the top. He says, "Gavana the kaveh b'shas and begefa b'kol rega." Tov kuf ayin zayin. Now these are not so easy for me. So he says, "Gam tov l'kaveh b'zmana begefa." Oh, wait a minute. I just have to stop the old recording. Let me go back.